Imagine this. For the sake of this video, imagine you're this guy. Everything goes according to plan. You feel happy in the morning. You brush your teeth with a smile on your face. You grab a cup of coffee, you make your favorite breakfast, and enjoy every bite you swallow. You hit the gym, do every task you've assigned to do, and you go to bed with a cheeky smile on your face. The next day, life seems to take a U-turn for the worse. It feels like someone cursed you. The weather is literally pushing 500 pounds on your head and life starts to suck. The day starts exactly the same, but nothing feels like yesterday. And all of a sudden you start to question your whole existence. These are the days when we just feel like quitting. We've all had those days. You just work and feel like crap with no particular reason. And you start to question, why do you even exist? It kind of gets depressing when you feel this. And what is even worse is that you know there are things you should be doing, but you just don't want to. The effects of work when you're trying to be successful, followed by shallow depression of lifelessness, seems to be a common pattern. What helps me clean the air of melancholy is this. When I sense that shallow depression starts to climb behind my back, I always think about the do something principle. The basis of this principle is that you don't need a sudden burst of inspiration or motivation to do a simple task. The common misconception is that you need to be inspired or motivated to take action. And this principle proves the opposite. When you take a look at your own life, you always do things without feeling inspired or motivated. Take, for example, going to school or going to work. If you've been given the choices to go to work or tap that snooze button and sleep for another 2 hours, call me crazy, but I think that 99.6% of the people will choose the latter. And yet we still wake up every single day and do things without having the extra burst of motivation. And strangely enough, one of them can be smashing that like button below. Just kidding, but thank you for doing that. Anyway, this begs the question, what is the story behind the do something principle that always seems to work in our favor? As we said before, most of us think that motivation or inspiration is followed by action in a linear sequence. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Motivation, inspiration, and action are all part of the same wheel. And yes, it's a circle. It's not a linear sequence. Just by knowing this makes it so easy to manipulate ourselves into taking action and crushing our goals on a daily basis. Because knowing that you don't need any special occasion to brush your teeth, to take a shower, and even to crush your goals, no matter how we feel, we can just start. This will give us inspiration and motivation to continue our journey forward. The second one that connects to the first principle is the principle of energy manipulation. Despite its power, energy in of itself is a neutral force. Everything, and I literally mean everything you see around you, is energy made of vibrations at a different frequency. Yes, even the stones. Energy doesn't take sides of what is wrong or what is right, but the action itself will tell you whether you're depleting or increasing your energy levels. Let me explain. Energy is consciousness that directs its movement. If we think in terms of energy and consciousness of the human experience, we'll see that the more conscious we are, which means to be aware of the surrounding, the more we direct our energy towards creation, connection, and evolution. And the less conscious we are, which is that shallow depression we just spoke about, the more our energy is directed towards separation, stagnation, and sometimes even destruction. Energy manipulation may look like a terrible phrase because of the manipulation part, but the more we can manipulate ourselves to be happy and create instead of destroy, the more we can make an astounding difference in our lives. Knowing that we can just take action and be inspired and motivated while taking action is a cheat code we've been all waiting to unlock. Followed by being conscious to increase our energy levels will take our life to the next level, and the thoughts of quitting will be history once and for all. I know that this looked like a closure, but we have one more step to tackle that will unite both principles, and that is the bottom. developing a ritual. Every morning I start my day by exercising, drinking half a liter of water, meditating, and creating a to-do list. And yes, some days it can still get depressing. By having a pattern every single day, it may look like we're stuck in a loop, but that is far from the case. By having a routine or habits we do every single day, we cheat code through the do something principle. As a matter of fact, first we need the do something principle to develop a ritual, because who's gonna get that lazy ass going, right? Because let's say you have a destructive habit and that habit is smoking. It's harder for your brain not to smoke than to smoke. By the way, I don't smoke. Don't look at me like that. Your brain is basically hardwired to follow a pattern, just like your thoughts. Your thoughts are 95 repetitive thoughts every single day. When we instill a ritual of patterns on a daily basis that are beneficial for us, we'll find it much easier to apply the do something principle and increase our energy. And it makes sense because it will be much easier for us to take action. It is easy to just raise our hands in the air and wave a white flag and quit. But we all have a choice. Either we'll end up like one of those people that whines and blames everyone but themselves for being a failure, or we can apply these principles and instill control over our lives. We can't control the things that happen in our life, but we are 100% responsible for how we act upon the things that happen in our life. Champs, thank you so much for listening to the end. You guys truly help me spread videos like this even more by smashing that like button. So thank you for doing that. Also, if you don't want to miss any of the next videos in the future, make sure to tap that subscribe button too. Thank you so much one more time. And make sure to watch this video next because you're gonna love it.